Hi, scholars! So, I know I told you we are reading a super cool story today, and it's about a topic that I think a lot of you are going to enjoy. But first, we have to talk about the two different type of texts that we have read in class. We have read both fiction and nonfiction. Fiction text is made up or not real. And fiction text is meant to entertain. So fiction text is not real and it is made to entertain. Fiction text is not real and made to entertain. Nonfiction text is the text that we have been reading more in the last couple of days on our Read Aloud time. And nonfiction text is about real events or facts, and it is meant to teach. So nonfiction text is about real events or facts, and it is meant to teach. So Miss Weed got a little jumbled up there. But today we are going to read a story, a nonfiction text about dinosaurs. But then on Monday, we're going to read a fiction text about dinosaurs. So we are going to be able to compare those two texts, both nonfiction and fiction, and see how they differ when they're both about the same subject. But right now we're focusing on our story today, which is Exploring Dinosaurs, about the Stegosaurus. Ooh, do a silent thumbs up if you have ever heard of the dinosaur, the Stegosaurus, or if you recognize this dinosaur from something that you've watched or read. Ooh, I see lots of thumbs up out there. I think a Stegosaurus is a super cool dinosaur, and I can't wait to learn more about it. The first thing I found in the text is the table of contents. I am thinking about which part I want to read first. I think I want to read the chapter called, What is a Stegosaurus? That is chapter 2. I see in my table of contents that's chapter 2. What is a Stegosaurus? So then I have to see what page I'm going to turn to, which they have in the table of contents. So I'm going to look, what is a Stegosaurus? I know two things about the book already. I know it has a table of contents, so that's one thing I know that is part of a nonfiction text. And I also know that if I get to choose just one chapter that I'm going to read, and I can read it in any order, then that also means it's a nonfiction text. So far I'm seeing a lot of evidence that it's a nonfiction text. But let's read that chapter. What is a Stegosaurus? So I'm turning to page 6 because that's where that chapter starts according to the table of contents. Yep, here we are. What is a Stegosaurus? I noticed that when I opened up to this page, I see a heading at the top of a page. That is another trait of a nonfiction text. A Stegosaurus is a dinosaur that lived about 150 million to 144 million years ago. Its name is taken from Greek words that mean covered lizard or roofed lizard. The name refers to the two rows of bony plates that ran along the dinosaur's back. 17 triangular plates ran from the dinosaur's neck down to its tail around its throat. Stegosaurus had a protective bib of bony plates. At the very end of its tail, it had pairs of huge spikes, about 3 feet long. That's as tall as some of you guys. Whoa. Stegosaurus was an enormous reptile. It stood about 9 feet tall. It reached a length of up to 30 feet. It was about as long and tall as a school bus. Its back legs were twice as long as its front ones. The back legs were long and straight, while the front legs were turned out to the side. Spongy pads covered the bottom of its short, wide feet. Compared to the rest of its body, the animal's head was tiny. In fact, its brain was just a little larger than a golf ball. The dinosaur's mouth ended in a hard beak. The beak helped it tear off parts of plants to eat. It ground the plants with its stubby teeth. The dinosaur had a large bundle of nerves near the base of its tail. The bundle was so big that scientists once thought it was a second brain. The tail's sharp teeth were great weapons of protection. A Stegosaurus could mortally wound an enemy with one swing of its mighty tail. Scholars, I want you to look at this page in particular. You're looking at this page. Take a close look at it. What in particular on this page tells you that it is a nonfiction text? Looking around, remember we call those in our nonfiction text features. And what do you see in this nonfiction text on this page that lets you know it is nonfiction? Ooh, I see a lot of scholars looking very closely at the page. Awesome job. I'm noticing 3 things just on this page. I see a photograph and then a caption to that photograph. So this photograph looks like a skull, and it says, despite its huge body, Stegosaurus had a tiny head and brain. Some consider it to be among the least intelligent of the dinosaurs. So I see it has a photograph. That means a real picture that somebody took with a camera. The caption to that picture to describe what exactly it is. And then also, there's a bold print right there, a bold print word. So it's stressing the importance of that particular word. The dinosaur reached a height, a weight of 2 to 3 tons or more. No one knows what the color of the animal was or if it had any stripes or patterns. Are these pages that we just read teaching us or entertaining us? Put a 1 up if you think they're teaching us, and put a 2 up if you think they're entertaining us. I'm looking for those fingers up. Fingers up. One, it's teaching us. It's teaching us a bunch of facts about the physical appearance and the demeanor, the way that the Stegosaurus acts. These pages are giving us information because we are learning about the Stegosaurus, and the information is all real. So, what type of text are we reading in this one? You got it, nonfiction text. All right, so we learned so much about Stegosaurus, and we knew that it was nonfiction because we saw so many text features in that text. So, on Monday next week, we are going to be reading another chapter from this nonfiction text that we knew was nonfiction because of the text features. And then we're going to read another story about dinosaurs and have to determine if that's going to be nonfiction, which means that it's teaching us real information and facts and to teach us, or if it's going to be fiction, which means that it's not entirely real and is more to entertain us. All right, scholars, looking forward to reading again on Monday.